Declaring the training open, government spokesman Abdoulaye Berete congratulated the West Africa Democracy Radio and Oxfam for organizing the training, noting that it will capacitate the media. Mr. Berete said, "When Ebola struck, journalists did a marvelous job in educating the populace, and this makes the training more important."
When we talk about Ebola-sensitive reporting and the training of journalists, particularly the broadcast media, it speaks volumes in the sense. I recall in 1999, myself, the former president, Mr. Franco Sowa, we had an opportunity to be trained under the auspices of the West African Journalists Association in Banjul, Gambia in 1999. At that time, the war just ended. A lot of people were stigmatized. A lot of issues came on child protection. So the theme at that conference was reporting child rights. Maybe it was that conference that even gingered some of us to specialize in child protection as a social worker.
Few months back, the West Africa Democracy Radio started using regional mechanisms to demand, solicit, and share stories from the field. This process brings to the fore series of gaps in the area of information sharing and the reason for this engagement. Support and monitoring the information gaps is part of the implementation, and this was clear from Agnes Tomasi, the project coordinator.
The project has as its goal to support and monitor, and we have identified the objectives, that is to address the information and communication needs, to strengthen the capacities of our journalists, that is WADR journalists, and the journalists of partner radio stations. We are very much particular because we know that we are serving the sub-region, and we work with these partner radio stations. And if we do not support them to come up to the standard that we want to work with them, then there will be a gap. And thus the reason for this training today.
Oxfam, as a humanitarian organization, has been quite significantly engaged on the ground, and among its goals in supporting this kind of effort is the right to be heard. Fabian Orian-Weir is the advocacy and campaign manager at Oxfam.
In our theory of change, in the way we conceive change to happen, access to information by communities and also listening to the community's issues is fundamental for change to happen. When people know what they should know, when people know what they should know, then they will probably take actions, most probably take actions for change.
As it is, this training will improve production techniques of participating radio stations, as well as review and assess the impact and quality of work. The start of the day also witnesses the donation of equipment to identify stations geared towards building their capacity. For West Africa Democracy Radio Newslink, this is Mohammed Kone in Freetown.